Juneteenth is a deeply emotional moment for enslaved people because for decades, for centuries, enslaved people prayed for, hoped for, fought for in the form of slave rebellions, running away, bought their freedom when they could. And if you read slave narratives, if you listen to spirituals from the era of slavery, you know that enslaved people longed for freedom. This was something that had been hoped for, but many believe may never come. When I think about Juneteenth, I think about it in the context of Emancipation Day celebrations that began January 1, 1863. They took on a whole new meaning when slavery was formally abolished after 1865. You would have had African-American veterans who fought in the Civil War be prominent in these celebrations, dressed in their military garb, speeches from enslaved people, the most prominent Black politicians singing of hymns, spirituals, discussions of registering to vote. Enslaved people celebrating in public their newfound freedom was an act of resistance. Because we have to remember, slavery came to an end after a 4 years bloody Civil War. Still the bloodiest conflict in American history. Many people in the South and in the nation who did not want to see slavery abolished fought tooth and nail to block the 13th Amendment. The abolition of slavery created a huge humanitarian crisis in the South. Suddenly, 4 million people have very little means to take care of themselves, to support themselves, and do so in a really hostile environment. So the military was necessary to make sure that enslaved people got the food, the medicine, the shelter that they needed in order to survive. They're also there to protect, to the extent that that was possible, freed people from violence, from recriminations, from slaveholders, from Confederates who still hadn't given up the fight. When the last federal troops leave the South, it's a signal to Southerners. The federal government wasn't going to put its might into ensuring the civil rights of Black people would be observed. You have 20, 30 years later, Black people being lynched in public, and there isn't a federal anti-lynching law to protect them. In most communities in America, there's a history of lynching and racial violence, and very few communities have marked that, commemorated that. Every decade since the end of slavery, Black people have been more educated, accrued more wealth, more status in American society. Every decade since 1865. But there's been one constant, and that constant is the presence of random racist violence. Even though slavery came to an end in 1865, the desire to master and dominate Black bodies did not. And we have never dealt with that. These are the kind of stark realities that are highlighted during Juneteenth. If Black people's lives can be expunged through racist violence and no one is held accountable, How free are we? Are we free?
Hi, my name is Chelsea Benoit. I'm a student leader here at Bloomfield College.
And hi, my name is Kyle J. Smith. I'm the Bloomfield College Student Government President.
And today we're here to talk to you about Juneteenth, which is recognized as a national holiday here at our campus.
And this year, on June 19th, we will be celebrating here at Bloomfield College on our main quad.
Hope to see you here. Come celebrate with us.
Hi, I'm Terrance Bankston, the Director for the Center for Student Leadership and Engagement and Special Programs here at Bloomfield College. On behalf of our Board of Trustees and our President, Dr. Marquita Evans, we are enthused to partner with the Bloomfield Township School Board and their Civil Rights Commission. Speaking of which, we're here with one of their members, Casey Dudley.
Thanks, Terrance. As he mentioned, my name is Casey Dudley. I'm a newly elected member of the Board of Education and one of the commissions for the Civil Rights Commission of Bloomfield. And we have a great weekend coming up for June 19th. And it's going to start off with a roundtable conversation hosted by the Bloomfield Civil Rights Commission at Bloomfield High School from 6 p.m. to 7:30. We have a stellar lineup and we look forward to having a conversation with the community as well as our panelists to understand and learn more about Juneteenth, past, present, and future. We're also going to commemorate on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at the high school with the ceremony that's going to include one of our students that's going to read the proclamation. We're going to hear more about the history as well as some selections from a few members of the community. And then we're also going to be led back to Bloomfield College by the community band for Essex and Union County. Lastly, there will be a huge celebration and festival that's going to end in the township, and it's going to be hosted by the Give Back Hair Show as well as the town council. So we look forward to you guys coming out, hanging out with us, learning more and understanding about Juneteenth. Hope to see you there.
That's right. For more details, look down in the description below. And don't forget to join us the weekend of Juneteenth for a great celebration, celebrating and commemorating the contributions of African Americans.